Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is update day. And this has actually been the first time in a while that the update has actually come out on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Normally, they've been coming out at like 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or like in the middle of the night for a lot of people. But today, they actually released it on time. I don't know if that's going to be a common thing, but basically what this updated is a pretty interesting change to Warzone. I don't know if everyone's going to love it or hate it. On top of that, there is some playlist changes to multiplayer, some just general fixes in the update as well, which actually kind of surprised me, and then of course a store update. And in today's video, we are going to be going over everything that actually changed within this little mini update and going over all of the little details about that. Now, real quickly before we dive into the update, I just wanted to let you guys know that tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be streaming. In fact, every day, Monday through Friday lately, I have been streaming over on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you ever want to check out my stream, that is the time that I go live. It's always the first link down in the description. And we do random things. Sometimes we do open lobbies. I believe we're going to be doing one of those on Thursday. So it actually gives you guys the opportunity to play some games with me. And today we're going to be playing some of the new game modes that were added in today's update. So as always, if you do want to check out the live stream, if you want to see what it's all about, like I said, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is always the first link down in the description. So I figure a good place to start is with Warzone, because a lot of free-to-play players only play Warzone, and what we have this week is you're going to notice that the playlist we have are Plunder Quads, BR Solos, BR Quads, and Scope and Scatter Guns. There is no Trios playlist as of right now. Will they add it in later this week? It is possible, but the only Trios playlist is Scopes and Scatters. So it is the only one that is played in Trios. The rest are either Quad, Solos, or Plunder. So, what is Scopes and Scatter Guns? Basically, it's shoddy snipers. So, the first thing I noticed when I started playing this game mode is that there is no loadout drop. So when you go to buy one, even if you have 10 grand, you cannot buy a loadout drop. So it's looted items and weapons only, which also means there is no perks, so no cold-blooded. And the only weapons that you can find on the ground are shotguns, snipers, and marksman rifles. Now, from what I've noticed, the R90 is super powerful. Also, it is nice to pick up some sort of legendary HDR or AX50, but on top of that, guns like the EBR are actually really good, mainly because it's semi-automatic. It's going to have the fastest fire rate out of the weapons that are actually available, so if you use that a little bit more like an assault rifle, you're going to do a little bit better. On top of that, the R90 has always pretty much been an amazing shotgun. Also, the Origin's good, but a lot of the variants that are available through chests kind of suck, so you actually have to be careful about what you pick. Make sure slugs aren't on the Origin 12, for example, that you pick up, something along those lines. The other thing that you're going to notice right away is that there is no vehicles in this game mode. I don't know whether they did that because C4 and things like that are less available because you can't use loadouts, but there are no vehicles, no helos, no other vehicles, which makes sometimes getting from zone to zone a little bit more difficult, but you don't have to worry about people running you over. So I'm curious what you guys think about that one. Let me know down in the comments. Then the other thing, the only downside I find to this game mode is that, one, it took away Trios, the normal Trios, and that this mode is only available in Trios. If you're a solo player, essentially you can't play this playlist unless you play with randoms, which, as we know, kinda sucks. So what I would have preferred is for them to make it so that when you choose shoddy snipers, it makes it so that you can choose what type of playlist you go into, whether it's quads, whether it's duos, whether it's solos, and same with BR. That's what I would like to see in the future. Whether they do that, I have no idea. Moving over to the multiplayer side of things, the first thing you're going to notice is that gunfight tournaments are once again back, but this time it's a little bit different. The first thing you're going to notice is that it is a 3v3 gunfight tournament, not the normal 2v2 gunfight tournament, which I don't think quite flows as well, but hey, maybe I'm crazy with that one. But it is a little bit different, and there is new rewards. The only one that really interests me is for winning the actual entire tournament. I believe that is a variant of the AUG that you get there, which is pretty sweet, but everything else is kind of pointless. I will say if you do this multiple times, you do get XP for every single section of the tournament you get past every time, but it's just the first time you beat the tournament that you actually get the rewards. How long will this be here? I have no idea. Seemingly last time it was a couple of weeks, but I would love if these refreshed a little bit more frequently. I would love to see 2v2 tournaments come back as well. Now, with the rest of the playlist, the 3 that we have this week are once again Season 3 Mosh Pit. This is all of the Season 3 maps, including Backlot, Ania Incursion, and Sawmill, all in one playlist. We also have Stir Crazy, which no, this is not Shipment 24/7. It's not Shoot House 24/7. I know that's what you guys wanted, but instead it is 10v10 Mosh Pit, which, And then finally, we have Drop Zone. So if you guys don't remember what Drop Zone is, it's essentially a playlist that is basically a mix between hardpoint and getting care packages. When you are standing on the hardpoint, it will drop care packages for your team. The enemy team can steal them. That gives you completely random kill streaks. It actually does seem as though the kill streaks you get in these care packages are a little bit better than the ones you actually get in earned care packages, but there's no kill streaks on in this playlist, and basically the point is capture the objective, get the care packages, and then capture more objectives. As far as general fixes and stuff like that, as always, I don't cover all of these. Some of them are very specific bug fixes. If you want to check out the full patch notes, as always, those are linked down in the description. But the one that I did want to point out is that they added an icon into kill cams to show if you were getting killed by someone using dead silence or stopping power. To me, this is something that should have been in the game since launch. I always wondered if that person had dead silence, or I just missed their footsteps, or when I die really quickly, were they using stopping power rounds, or was it a connection thing? Now there is actually a way to know. I'm glad that they finally added this. I kind of wish they added it in a little bit earlier, but hey, it's better late than never. After this, we have the store items. Essentially, there is 2 new featured items this week. The first one is called Cleanup Crew. This one is actually going to feature, as you're seeing here, Otter with a new skin. Honestly, not much different than his original skins, just he's wearing a different mask, so nothing too fancy here. After this, we also have 2 weapon blueprints in this one as well. The first one we have here is for a sniper rifle. As you can see, relatively straightforward. And then after that, we also have a pistol blueprint with this one as well, called the Wiretap. On top of that, you also get a new watch with this one called the Acid Rain, a new voice quip, and 1 tier skip. And this is going to cost you 2,000 COD points, or about $20 American. After this, you have the Twin Dragons bundle. This one is actually, I much prefer this one to the other one. You actually get an M4A1 blueprint, kind of looks like a gold camo. I actually really like this one, and it's on a good weapon, so you know you'll actually use it. And on top of that, you get it for a pistol as well, and I believe this is for the Deagle, as we're seeing here. And then other than that, you just get an emblem and a sticker. So really, you're paying 1,300 COD points for 2 weapon blueprints is what you're getting here. Now, if you guys didn't already know this, Infinity Ward actually has this thing called a Trello Board, where they highlight things that are going to be changed in upcoming patches and things that they are working on. For the rest of this video, I just wanted to go over a couple of things that are on this Trello Board, just to show you what is going to be coming in the future and some things that will be affecting the game. So really, there's just 3 things that I wanted to cover here. First of all, if you guys didn't already know this, there's actually a glitch where if you go into the game battles mode in multiplayer and make a class, you can use any weapon that, 1, you haven't unlocked or have attachments on. After you make that class, you can then use it in multiplayer and Warzone. So if there's some weapons with attachments you don't have unlocked, you can actually use them if you make that class within game battles. So they're patching this. They haven't patched it yet, but they are patching it. So basically what I'm saying, if you have a specific weapon that's maybe not unlocked, or you don't have certain attachments unlocked for it, make sure you make a class in game battles for it before they implement this update. The second one is something that I've actually experienced in game. Sometimes players will randomly just start smoking in the middle of the Warzone lobby, like literally smoke coming from their body. We actually experienced this on last night's live stream.
No
Zach,
cap.
give me... Zach!
What?
First of all, you're smoking. You're on fire.
Ah! Put it out! Put it out! Put it out!
And then finally, there are several out-of-the-map glitches that they're still working on that have not been updated as of today's update. Of course, I'm not going to show those. I don't want people breaking Warzone more than it already is, so that's kind of where we're sitting at. Now, that is it. That is today's update. I know it's a relatively small one compared to what we've been getting over the past couple of weeks, but this is kind of to be expected. Generally speaking, the first week after a season update is generally a pretty small update. Next week, we're probably going to get something a little bit bigger, maybe some more new playlists, maybe a an actual title update, but that won't be until next week. But at this point, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about today's update. What do you think about trios being removed and only shoddy snipers being in Warzone? What do you think about the multiplayer playlist? Are you like me and kind of waiting on some Rust or Shipment or Shoot House to be added to a 24/7 playlist once again? Let me know all of that down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. And as always, if you like what you see here and want to stay up to date on everything on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn notifications on, and until next time, guys, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making